ever calling you XiyA D forever. And I'm like, okay,
You're
wait,
fine.
XiyA D, got it. I
XiyA
like
D,
it even
you're
more. I
good.
liked it when I was saying it wrong, but I really love it now. I like it.
But she says now it has a little more
Now it has a
seasoning,
little
a little
razzle
more.
dazzle. It
Mm.
sounds like a K, but it has an X. I
Yeah.
love that. That I love that. I love that. So what was your first intro to music? So like what do you remember like a defining time?
Okay, a defining time. I mean, of course, everyone has like their own eras, but I will say so. In third grade, there was
Mm.
this talent show that we could sign up for, and my mom had kind of like heard me sing in the shower, but it was nothing serious, right? So when I came home and told her I wanted to be in this talent show, my mom is a very like, okay, you know, we're gonna be like excellence. Like, if you're gonna do a talent show, I don't care if it's a competition or not. Like, we're gonna give our best. We're gonna, very ordered that way.
Yes.
I want to do this talent show. And she was like, well, show me what you got. What you gonna sing? What you gonna do? And so I started singing for her, and she was like, you always had this voice. Like, was this?
It's not just in the shower, baby. I got a
She was
voice.
like, I mean, I know you can carry a tune, but so I think that was like the defining moment, and like, because my mom is so organized and like, all
Mm-hmm.
right, if you're gonna do it well, you know.
Yes.
So we rehearsed. My goodness, it felt like a whole year, but I know it was probably like a month, 2 months. But
Yes.
I'm working, and just performing, and just everybody be like, "Oh my gosh, like I didn't know you could do that." And like we have choreo, we have the songs. Like that was my intro. I was like, "Dang, I really like performing. Like I love this feeling."
Yes. Big shout out to the talent shows. You know, kids,
Yeah,
they don't understand what the talent shows used to go so hard back in the day.
hard,
For all of y'all who didn't experience the talent shows in elementary
bro.
school, we was like, they was going in,
It was
okay? Like
very serious.
it
It
was
was
very
it was
serious.
serious. You like and it wasn't even a competition or anything, but everybody tried to make it
No.
out the hood. Like, no, everybody's like,
Yes.
no, I'm finna put on for the school. I'm finna put on
Yes.
for my community.
Yes, I remember those like it was
Yes,
yesterday. We used to
yes.
have a dance group called Girls on the Groove.
I know
And
that's
when I
right.
tell you we used to pull up like deep, like,
And don't let it be a group either, because
don't
you
let
had
it
to
be
be
a
in
group.
sync. You had to.
Like,
No, I body roll to the left first and then to the right. You're going to the right first, and that's not what
yes.
we said.
And don't miss no steps. Cause we
That
don't miss no
like I do
steps.
appreciate like TikTok, like they have the dances and da da da, but I just miss growing up and having a whole dance routine with your cousins by the end of the weekend or
Yes.
by the end of the night.
In
You're
the
like, all right, mama,
driveway.
we ready, we've been practicing. Like, how are we doing that?
Like we going on the Apollo, girl. Like
No,
we was ready. Like
no games. No
yes,
games.
I love that. I
So
love
that was
that.
me and my cousins. Talent show.
Yes.
And okay, mama, we learned this song for real. We got it.
Yes. Okay, then 5, 6, 7, 8. The count off.
Can you push play? Can you push play?
We used to do it from our phones back then. We
No,
had we had to press play and run trying to get there before the song
you
start.
better get in place. What's going on? Why you running into me? No, see, this is not. This is why no.
Oh
And
my
you always had
goodness.
that one cousin that took it super seriously. I was
I
that
know.
cousin.
Like we just
Um,
having fun. Like,
the other cousin be like, "Dang, can we have a water break? I mean, a quick one, but we need to."
I was that cousin. Oh, I
Thank you.
was
No,
serious.
so you get it. We can't
Yes.
if we perform it in front of other people, like it needs to be we need to look good. We don't need to be
Yes.
wasting nobody's time.
Oh my gosh. Shout out to the old talent shows in the 90s. Back in the day.
We miss you. Like
We miss you. Come back.
bring the talent shows back.
Yeah, we should
Bring
just
the
put on a
talent shows
talent
back.
show. Kai, we should. We should put
No,
on a
we
talent
no, let's
show.
do
Old
it.
school
No,
talent show.
I'm no, let's do it.
Let's get a
Because
venue. Let's put on a talent show for the kids. I think it would be cute.
no,
What?
let
Let's
me put it on my
we'll
calendar.
talk. We'll talk.
No, for real.
Yes. So, do you remember can you describe like your sound? Like if we were to describe what your music is, how would you describe XiyA D music?
I would say overall, my music It's all about storytelling. So I'm a
Mm.
multi-genre artist, so I'm gonna dip into a lot of different sounds, whether it's R&B, hip hop, pop punk, if I'm gonna do a bilingual jam. But at the heart of all of that is I'm going to tell you a story,
Yes.
and whether you connect with that story or not, that's fine with me, but it's going to be a motive. Like within that, my our goal is always within that first 30 seconds, you know where I'm coming from. You know what
Yes.
we're talking about. This is the journey we're on.
Yes. That is so cool. Like, and even when I listen to your music, like, I'm like, she has, if y'all don't know, she has songs in Spanish. I mean, she does different languages. She's hitting punk genre. She's hitting R&B. She can rap. Like, she can sing. It's like if you've ever watched her, and every time I watch you, I'm amazed. I'm like, oh my
Thank
gosh, this
you.
girl, and the way your pitches and your vocals go different ways, I'm just like, just nailed to you. Like, and then it's like, you think you know which way the song is gonna go, and then it flip modes on you. Like, wait a minute. That is, I love
Yes.
that. Like, nobody can put a pin on what you do. You can do so many
Yeah.
different things, and I think that makes you such a great artist. Like, and
Thank
sets you
you
apart from
so
everyone I've.
much. Like,
Yeah, I love it.
as an independent artist, sometimes it kind of feels like you're making content or making music into the void, or you're trying
Yes,
to connect with people you can't pinpoint them. So no, that
yes.
that means a lot. Thank
It
you.
and I mean I really mean it too. From the first time I met you, I mean like the energy was always there. It's like I love connecting with the female artists too, because
Yes.
big shout out to the male artists. We love y'all too, but I mean we be like five of us versus 120 guys at a showcase, right? So it's like an instant bond. You just find and you're like, hey, how you doing?
Oh no, like let's link. Or I love too, like a ladies' night open mic because
Yeah,
honestly, I'll shade the male artist since you're not. No, they're just
throw the
we just have
shade.
a different way of going about
Yes,
things. Like we
yes,
can't look any other way because again, like you said, there's more guys than us, and we kind of have to be a little more polished, a little more creative in our
yeah,
delivery.
yeah,
So no, I love it. I mean, Women's History Month just passed
yes.
through, but I'm always like, nah, like we
We
need to be
always stand up for women,
where the ladies at.
always.
Where
And
the
we be
ladies
going
at?
down, and don't get it twisted. You be going down, shutting it down. I be feeling like, they be thinking like it's another female coming up here, and then not to out rap the whole crowd. Like it's just like, okay, next, who's next?
That's exactly how I
Next,
feel. Like, what was y'all doing? And
right?
it goes back to the talent shows. We've been in the gym for a
Yes,
while. Okay,
yes.
y'all ain't got it.
We've been preparing since third grade, honey. We not coming light, okay? Rhythm Nation, like drop it. Let's go. I still know
No,
it.
like the boom needs to be cacking, and the cack needs to connect to the boom.
Yes.
Don't waste these people's time. No, that's for me is like, my mom, right? Very organized, very like, you gonna put on a show, really like from the school of Janet Jackson, if we're
Yeah.
keeping it, honest. So just knowing that like every time you perform, be entertaining or,
Yes.
give a dang, right? Like put your
Hmm.
best foot forward, right? Like people aren't here to be bored or anything. Like go the extra mile. You never know who's in the crowd or also like that self pride.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right. I totally agree with you. Do you remember like the first song you ever wrote?
Oh, wait. I think I wait. Oh. Okay, I thought I was a rapper. I thought it was a rap. No, I thought the pin. I said I'm Tupac's daughter. So I actually do something like this on social media where like I'll share songs that I wrote in middle school. But
Uh-huh.
no, this one was in second grade, and it was like I was in the kitchen cooking chicken. That is finger licking, and I said, no,
Yeah.
actually, give me a Grammy. No, young, like
Oh
I was in
yeah.
second
I
grade, like
mean, there's the Grammy. Like it's there.
run it. Popeyes need to call me for the jingle.
Okay, the
Stop
Popeyes
playing.
jingle.
Yeah. Why was I rapping about it? I don't know, but I thought it was the hardest thing that hit anybody.
Yes. I love always asking that question because like
Oh,
you
yeah.
you know when you write your first song like you like, oh yeah, I'm finna blow up. And then when you really listen to it back like when you get older, you like, I'm so glad I didn't put that out.
No, look, was the talent in the room? Was it, you thought that was hot? No, you thought you was you.
What that song
No, I
say?
was
You
like,
thought I
ex
was feeling
mom,
you?
call the talent manager. Okay, I just rhyme finger licking with chicken. So
Like,
we actually, yeah,
like
get
ain't
LA on
nobody
the phone.
touching me like right now. Like I'm just
The hardest 8 year old out. Stop.
yes, the hardest on training wheel. No, took my training wheels off. Writing flows. Like that's just like
Yeah. Very yes, the finger licking.
yes, I love that. Oh my gosh. Do you
Thank you for that question.
yes, I that's my favorite question to ask
No, that's
every
an
artist.
amazing question.
That's my favorite question because sometimes people get so stuck and they're like, "Oh Lord, I really don't want to tell you." I'm like,
No,
"Please tell me." And if they really feel like they don't want to tell me, I'll just tell them what mine was, and they'll be like, "Oh, okay, I'll tell you this."
oh, okay. This is a safe space.
This
Look,
is a
this
safe
no.
space.
Now I
This
gotta
is a
know.
safe artist space. I'm
What's
telling you, it's a
what's
safe
your first song,
space.
Swiler? I need to know.
Okay, so my first song that I ever wrote was called "Jigging in Slow Motion." Right. So
Obviously,
it started as
naturally.
like jigging in slow motion, jigging in slow motion. I'm fresh, I'm clean, I'm smooth like baby lotion. Gone off
Oh,
that drink and I feel like I'm floating. You could do
oh,
it too. Jig in slow motion. You know when the
oh! No,
yeah.
wait.
Wait, that
Hold up.
was my
So is
first
that
song
an
I ever
interlude?
wrote.
That's an
Yes.
interlude of the
I
next
never
project.
released it, but that was during the time when everybody was jigging, like dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
like I
Mm-hmm.
was like, I really could have put it. I might still put it out. I don't know.
No, I would no me late. No, my mom and sister be saying ridiculous stuff and be like, "Put that in a song. You need to put
Yeah,
that in a song."
put it in
So now
a
I
song.
feel like I'm gonna just have a whole album of interludes of just
Yes,
me
just whole
wilding and
interludes
put that in a
album. You should
song.
just call the album interludes. Like,
No,
just call
literally,
it-
so they know. Like,
yes. Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. Oh my
oh,
goodness. Okay, so do you remember your first performance? Like, I know. Can you describe and set it up for me? Like, how did you
yeah.
feel the night before? Could you sleep? Like, were you scared? Like, set it up for me. Let me know.
Yes. Okay. So back to the third grade, right? I was performing "Let's Get Loud" by J Lo. I was a huge J Lo fan in elementary school. Let's see. My mom's extra. I'm extra as well. So we had like a cane element. So I had like a prop that I was throwing around. I had like a cute
Yes.
little skirt. Like I was really gonna tear the club up. The night before, I just remember it feeling like Christmas. Like I was like, whew, okay, like I need to calm down. I need to chill out. Like it's gonna go good. I've rehearsed. That day in school, like I can't remember anything the teacher said. Like I was just a body there. I was like
Yeah.
visualizing the performance all day. Like I couldn't focus on nothing.
Yeah.
And then after school, they had us in like a little a separate area or whatever, preparing and getting dressed and stuff. We had like a mini dress rehearsal, and the rehearsal went well. So right before the performance, I look into the crowd, I see my mom, and like she gives me the kill it girl kind of look,
You
like
better
thumbs up,
kill
like
it.
you better do it, girl. We was out here, okay?
Yes.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna kill this. And so I did really good, and like afterwards, the coolest part was I think the day after the
Uh-huh.
talent show, people on the bus was like, "Oh my god, like that was so cold!
You
Like
you
I didn't
killed
know you
it.
could
Like
sing like that. And you was dancing to, you was fun." I was like, "Yes, that was me or whatever."
oh
Yes.
my God, not them hyping you up.
No,
That is
I was
dope.
gag, girl. I was a
Gaslit.
celebrity. I was like, sign me.
Sign me now.
You're gonna regret you did it. Like, let it. Where's that?
Yeah, I mean, I just love that. Like all those memories, I just love that. And now when you do your performances now, do you
Mm-hmm.
still get like the same feelings or you just be like, "Oh,
Um,
I'm finna tear it up. I ain't even worry about it."
Twyla, I drive my sister crazy because she usually goes with me to the performances to record and
Yes.
just
I've
keep me
met your sister.
settled.
She's so sweet. I love
She's
her.
the best.
I love her.
And I get nervous all the time. It doesn't matter how many times I rehearse, how many times I perform. Like right before they call my name, I'm like,
Uh-huh.
why I gotta? What's going on?
Why am I
Okay,
doing this?
cheer on for everybody else, but you got the spicy armpits going, waiting for them to call your name.
I call them superstar
Um,
armpits because you're
no,
like the
okay. You know
superstar
what? I'm gonna
armpits.
reframe that.
Yeah.
Thank you. No, superstar armpits are on fire before, and I'm like, my throat. I'm let me I no. I'm not a nervous wreck before, but I am very unset. Like I'm a very cerebral, like deep thinker, and so the whole time
Mhm.
I'm just like, okay, all right, you're gonna do it. You got it. You got it. You
You
done
got
this. You've
this,
done this,
girl.
Kaya.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get nervous.
That's so cool. I mean, like, I think everybody gets nervous because
Yeah.
I'll be good until I get like, I'm nervous all the way till I hit the stage, and then it just feels like home. It's like,
Yeah.
okay,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like this calming
Yeah.
feeling all of a sudden. It's just like crazy. It's like, oh my
Yes.
God, we're going on the roller coaster. And you're like going all the way up. And then once you drop, you're like, oh my God. But once you drop, it's like,
It's there. Like I'm
right?
already here. Like let's go. Yeah. No, that's the perfect
Yes.
description. Yeah.
Yes. I love that.
And then after you're like, girl, what was you worried about?
I know it was like, dang, I just killed that. Like, why do I do this to myself?
No,
Like, why do I do this to myself?
your deodorant working extra hard is
Yeah,
for what? And for
Jordan,
what?
superstar armpits, and it just be like a 6-minute set, and you're like, oh, that was it.
Look, I could have went for 3, 4 more songs. What's going on? Let's take
I'm
this
like,
on
run it
the
back,
road.
DJ.
Absolutely.
Um, that's so awesome. I love that. So tell me, like, what's your ultimate goal in the music game? So I know that when we start out, it's like we just want to put as much music as we can, get our name out there. You know what I mean, and just
Yeah.
that type of thing. What is your ultimate goal? Do you want to produce? Do you want your own label? Like, do you want to sign other people, or do you want to create your own genre, or what's your ultimate goal?
Okay, so my ultimate goal is to be kind of I want to be known in the industry, and
Hmm.
by that I mean like a well-respected songwriter. Like I do
Yes.
not I honestly, like being an artist is very dope. I love it, but I would actually like to be kind of a household name songwriter.
Yes.
And a big goal of mine, which I'm starting to kind of inch toward, work towards, I want to be big in the sync licensing game. So having my music in commercials, movies,
Yeah.
TV, stuff like that. Like that, I want my song to be playing there. Whether another artist is performing it, that's none of my business. But my lyrics, my storytelling, I
Hmm.
would love for that to be complemented with film, movies, whoever will have me.
And that where
Yeah.
is where the bag is. Okay, that is the bag.
Those are the checks that are
Those
getting
are the
cashed.
checks. I want my song to be in like Power. I want it to be in all of the movies and the. Yes, I'm with you on that. I totally agree.
Yes.
I totally
So
agree.
that's what I'm working towards. And I'm always about helping people. So like I
Hmm.
know once I get to a few placements or different things like that, I'm always gonna be like, no, like these are the cheat codes, or like let's do things a little differently and share. And yeah, I love helping people
Absolutely.
out.
Absolutely. I'm with you. I'm with you on that. Um so we talked about your ultimate goal in the music game is you want to be a writer, a
Yeah.
well-known songwriter, which is
Songwriting.
wonderful. Um, I would say, what do you think in music? And what I like to just ask, and this is just a general question, what do you think music is like missing right now? And it could be anything. What do you think?
Oh,
What do you think music is missing right now?
my
And
biggest response is bands.
mm-hmm,
I listen to a lot of Motown, a lot of 70s music, and I think there's beauty in a producer, having access to all of these instruments online. But I think we're missing bands, or even in the hip hop space, like rap groups, because
mm-hmm,
you get to have that different level of collaboration, different
yes,
points of view, that charisma, that creativity that can only happen with teamwork. So like
yes,
I think the music industry is a little skimpy, a little thin on the bands, and we need to beef that back up for sure.
yeah, ain't nothing like a live band behind you. It's like, well, you can hear every string and every instrument. I mean, I remember, and I'm going back to church, but I remember
Okay.
in church when we used to sing in the choir, it was
Yes.
just something about hearing like the keyboard, the organ, the
Yes.
drums, the guitar. Like, you
It's
know what I mean? It
different.
was just like so
It's
different.
different.
Like it just lays the vibe.
Yes.
It's just like everything
Or
is just
just people
live.
having solos. Okay,
Yes.
we're gonna strip this out and we're gonna bring
Yes.
this in,
And
or
then
we're
the
gonna
drummer
change
has a
the tempo.
solo. And then the guitar, it's just like, I love that too. I miss that. I'm with you
We
on that
need more band. I
100%.
love music, but right now we bring back the bands for
Bring
real.
back the bands,
Bring back the instruments.
please.
bring back the band. Because if you think about it too, like bigger artists, that's why we love their shows. Is because
Yeah,
they are backed by a band. It
absolutely.
just brings a different element to everything. Bring back.
Absolutely. Um Also, what future projects, like actually before I get into that, I
Yeah.
always like to ask the artists, like, as far as where you're at now in your mental space,
Yes.
where do you does music help you? How does music help you in your mental state and keep you grounded and keep you in a state of positivity and happiness? Or is there any struggles that you've dealt with as far as mental awareness goes? 'Cause I always like to check in on the artist to make sure,
No,
hey,
that
you
is so
good? You
sweet,
know,
and that
like,
ties into my next project. Is like tying music and mental health together. So that's literally perfect. But to directly answer your question, when I don't write songs for a while, like if I neglect, like making music, making demos, even if it's on my computer, not even
mhm,
professionally recording,
right.
is my self care. When I do not do it, that's actually a marker for me. Like when
Yeah.
I'm going through it, when I'm like feeling anxious or just angry at the world, I really one of the first questions I ask myself is, well, when's the last time you recorded a song? When's the last time
Mhm.
you wrote a song? When's the last time you did this? So music is definitely a marker for my mental health, and it's an outlet, and it's a lot. So like when I'm
Yeah.
struggling, I don't listen to music. I'll
Mhm.
just be going through life, and I'm like, this isn't what I like doing. Like life is better, food is better with seasoning. My life personally is a lot better with music. And so
Absolutely.
that's a marker for me. When I get a little distant from music, I'm like, no, I need to get back to myself.
And it's amazing how I can just
Yeah.
pull you back in. You know what I mean? Like, you could be having the worst day. And before, you would probably, before I even met music really like that, I would do other things to like get my mind off of it. And then you
Yeah.
would still feel like nothing changed. It really helped me a lot too. Just
Yeah.
writing and just being with yourself, right? Getting your pen or your phone or whatever notepad you have or whatever you
Yes.
have when you're at work or whatever, just taking that second just to write like your
Mhm.
thoughts. And it doesn't make any sense when you write it at first. And then when you go
No.
back, you're like, oh my God, this is actually something I could,
Yeah.
work with.
Yes. Or even like you could be going through something and then a few months pass or whatever, you don't think about it. But when it's time to write, it's like, no, I can process this now. Like
Yeah.
let's process this. Let's make this into a song.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a
absolutely.
beautiful thing. I really love
Oh,
that. It's so good to just that's why I love like being an artist and talking to other artists because it's like
yes.
we could just connect on so many different levels and we can always like help the next people that are coming like behind us and provide a safe space to be able to talk, because when they see
Yes.
art when we see artists it's like okay, we just see the artist, but what's
Yeah.
behind the artist? Nobody ever just
Yeah.
checks in and says, oh, how are you doing? Or blah, and the artists that I've talked to on here have expressed so many different things how music has really helped them
Yeah.
through their mental states in there, and then just being aware of the things that they can do to help them through it. It's amazing to me. It really is.
Mhm.
It really is dope.
And I'm all about like cheat codes or
Yeah.
maybe I don't and maybe they don't like my music, whatever, but like does my story help inspire you? Or like does it tell you, okay, look, I have this thing in my heart and I've been sitting
Yes.
on it. Please get started. And if you've gotten
Yes.
started, good, keep going. Please.
Yeah. It's amazing. I love that. I love that. Just kudos to you, girl. that's
Thank
that's what's
you.
up. So what future projects do you have happening coming up that I would just love to know about? And everybody, let
Yeah.
me hear it, girl.
Woo, so excited. Okay, so my second EP is coming out. It's called Intake Interview.
Mm-hmm.
It's directly related to mental health. So in graduate school, I was training to be a therapist, right? So I was
Okay.
giving therapy to people. And that's a whole different thing. But yeah, so this kind of EP is me giving therapy to myself in a
Okay.
certain space. So
Yeah.
again, it's a multi-genre project, right? You're gonna have those different stories and things, but it's really me showing off my personality, being honest and vulnerable and cocky, and then also your girl is going through it too,
Yes.
So I always love to just have a range and meet people where they're at because that's the music that reaches out to me. You know,
Yeah.
like artists that can, yeah, no, I'm the best ever. And then also, yeah, but that was
But
on
not really
Tuesday.
that great.
Wednesday, yeah, no, Wednesday, I'm not feeling so hot. So
Yeah.
yeah, I love having that diversity in storytelling, intake interview. It should be at the latest be released in June. I'm trying to make it May, but at the
I can't
latest, June.
wait.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I mean, like, I really am excited about it. I love, because I just want to hear, like, I love to hear your different sounds, like the different
Mm.
parts of you, and like you be keeping it real on the tracks. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no like brushing up, whatever come out. That's what XiyA D gonna keep it real on the track. Period. Like, period. Like,
Honesty is the
oh
best
well.
policy. No, like honesty is the best policy. And if you were to ask me like the second thing missing from music, I would
Yes,
say
please
that
tell me.
authenticity. That
Mm-hmm.
we all have a unique story to tell. And so like why are we all trying to tell the same story? I never got that. It just
I
doesn't
don't either.
seem interesting. It doesn't seem entertaining to me. So I'm gonna just keep it a beat. That's all I got. Look,
Yeah.
all I got is my story. I'm just happy to be making music. I
Mm-hmm.
slept on myself for a long time. You know, I didn't allow myself to make music. And so now I'm like, no. At the end of the day, I think my biggest thing is I make music that I want to hear. Like I genuinely like listening to music. My mama,
Yep.
my sister like listening to it. Of course they are biased.
Mm-hmm.
But I really feel like I just love making music that I feel like fills in the gaps for me of other music that I'm listening to that, you know, doesn't meet all my needs. I'm like, all right, no, I need to make this song.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
people are gonna, like, we I always say, like, I don't do it for likes and views and
Yeah.
shares. I don't do it. I do music because I love to do music.
Yeah.
My lane will catch wherever it's supposed to catch, right? But this is really just like music. I like I know if I listen to my song, I know and I try to let, first I let my kids listen to my teenager is my biggest critic. Cause
Yeah.
she'll be like, oh nah. Cause they the one they the ones that, kind of
They be
hold the
like, that's
music in
not
their
high,
palm.
mom.
Like they hold the music in their palm. They can tell you
They
like, oh,
do.
this not gonna go. No, this ain't it. No, you shouldn't have. No, you know. And it'd be like, okay, so what should I do? Like,
Yeah.
but
And
I
just
make this because I love it.
yeah, and watching a song evolve from that notepad or that, you know, that random, okay, let me just write this down in between work
Yeah,
and I'm gonna get back to it, to like a finished product. I always think that is so magical. Like, I wish there was a visual way to map that out, like
yeah.
artists do, you know, they're working. Because, baby, this song was not sounding like this.
No, it didn't even. It was nowhere close. Nowhere close.
It didn't.
Sometimes I
Y'all was
surprise
gonna get
myself.
something else.
Yes, I know you surprise yourself. Sometimes I surprise myself when I get it mixed and mastered. I'm like, oh my god,
That's
was not. Is this the same song?
this because I got a version on my laptop that it's not hitting the same. It's not.
Right. It definitely was not when we first started.
No, look.
So, do you have any advice for any artists that are coming behind you? So, if a person woke up and they said, "Okay, I'm throwing in the towel," you know what I mean? I'm about to be
Yeah.
an independent artist. I'm about to go out here. I'm about to grind. I'm about to do my music.
Okay.
What is some advice that you would give them that you have learned that nobody really like explained to you, and you kind of, your cheat codes, as you would say, right?
Yes.
To a new artist that was up and coming.
Okay. I would tell them some of this is my own advice. Some of this is advice given to me by my mentor.
Yeah.
So literally, I was like, "Hey, I want to start making music." My mentor was like, "Okay, you need this, this, this," and he was like, "At bare minimum, you need a DAW, something to record on. You need a microphone. You need headphones." He was like,
Yeah.
"Bare minimum, this is what you need." And that's absolutely true. I would say on top of that, if you're, you know, about to take this seriously, do your research, get a
Mm-hmm.
good studio that is within your budget and with people that you enjoy recording with.
Yes.
Enjoy recording with.
Keyword enjoy
Enjoy
record.
it, like, because this is your art, this is your gift, this is your baby in a sense, right? So like you can't have just anybody and everybody watching your
You can't.
kids. It's that's not how this works.
Mm-mm.
So find and trust your instincts.
Right.
I would say that, like, if you know that you could go harder, go harder. Like if you know the song needs a rewrite on that second verse because it doesn't have enough variety,
Yeah.
rewrite it. Like trust your instincts and don't stop until, for me, I cannot call a song finished until it sounds like what I need it to sound
Yeah.
like. And so I would also say advocate for yourself. So
Mm-hmm.
like there's a lot of times I'll feel nervous with my mixing engineers, and my mixing engineers are like the nicest, coolest people ever. Like, yeah, okay. But I remember that first project, I was like, yeah, can you turn the echo on that down? I can hear that. And
Yes.
they'd be like, you can hear that? Okay, no, I can turn that down. Like it was nuts,
Yes.
but I was like, I can't go home and listen to this. Like that no, it's crashing
Yes.
into things. So advocate for yourself. If it's not what you want it to sound like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Get it to where it needs to be.
Right. And sometimes you need to leave the studio and try another day. Cause I know some days I'll be in the studio and I'll tell D Banks, like, you know what? It just, I don't know. I'm just not, I don't know. I don't know if it's me. I'm just not
Yeah.
in the, I don't know. It's just not, I'll come back.
Yeah.
Just
And
don't.
no, and that goes
Yeah.
into trusting your instincts. Like if you
Mm-hmm.
ain't got it,
Mm-hmm.
because if you try to force it, you're gonna hear it.
Yeah.
It's not gonna have that same delivery that it could.
Right.
Yeah.
And you got to
No.
remember in your mind too that you're trying to get this like on the radio. It needs to be ready. Like, ain't no executives, ain't nobody about to, no radio DJ is going to play your stuff if you over,
Yeah.
they can hear it instantly. Oh, she's
Yeah.
not for real about this.
No,
Like,
exact. Put your best foot forward. Like
yes.
put your best foot forward. As well as this is something I wish somebody would have told me. It's like being an independent artist. There's two things. So be okay with doing everything yourself at the beginning. You're
Right.
gonna be doing it all. You're gonna be
Mm-hmm.
all of it. Okay. But also, as you're doing it all, keep learning. There is
Right.
a very fine balance between, I think, with being an independent artist, it's you're either gonna spend time, money, or both. And so
Right.
figuring out what's the best balance for you is essential. And it's okay. You don't have to rush. Like, take your time.
Mm-hmm.
Do the little things, engage with your fans, etc. But no, they'll be hyped that you took the time to give them a quality product versus rushing, and now we all salty.
And we and we're all
No,
salty and we have no good record.
no, exactly. Like the sample was
$400 down
fire.
the drain and a salty
You,
record.
not like the sample you released on social media. No, I was feeling that. The final song, cheeks. I don't want it. I don't want it. No, no. I don't know if the studio engineer was musty that day. I don't know if you didn't eat before you went to the studio. I don't want it. No.
I don't want the song.
Mm-mm. Actually, you could have kept this in the bag. No.
Oh
No.
no, girl. I just know the struggle. I'm with you.
No. Like no, and it's so fun because I know you've been in this space too of like open mics or
Yes.
performing at different clubs and stuff, and you be hearing people perform and you be like, do you care? Cause
Like, yes. And I always, and I guess it comes from our little third grade talent shows that we used
of
to have back in the
course,
day.
of
I
course.
think it, for me, I wasn't going to get on stage until I was ready, period. Because number
Yes,
one, I don't want to be embarrassed. And number two, I just don't want to, like, you're your own brand. You're
yes,
branding yourself. So if you're
yes,
branding yourself like
yes,
not 100%, then
yes.
nobody's going to take you serious. Like when you
Take
get out there,
yourself
you have
seriously.
to invest in yourself. Your self investment is the most important thing you can do on the earth. You invest in
Yes.
everything else, but you have to invest in yourself,
And
your
nobody's
brand.
gonna do it.
No.
Like we can support you from the outside,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, do you care enough to give us a quality like that all the time? My goodness, like songwriting is all for me, but the recording process, I'm always thinking about my audience. How is this going to
Always.
be received? Where's this song going to find people?
Mhm.
When they find this song, what are they going to be going through? What playlist are they going to put it on? And between what, like, I'm always thinking about like my audience. I care
Yeah.
about them so much. And so I think we're missing that. Again, give care.
Yeah. Care packages.
Care a lot.
Music care
Care a lot.
packages. And yeah, you have to.
And
I totally agree. You have to, because
yeah,
nobody's gonna care. If you don't care, nobody's definitely gonna care. They're just gonna be like, oh, okay, well, and it
you
takes
don't care.
money.
I
It
no
takes
look,
money.
and in this space of like there's so many things vying for our attention. You
Right,
know what you need that kind of finished or more refined, right? There's all types of people, all types of noise, all types of distractions, but if you can, talent is always going to cut through all of that, right?
right.
Talent and preparation is always going
Hmm.
to be like, oh dang, they did that. Now I'm tuned in. Now I'm invested because they met that with work ethic, and I'm
Yeah,
grateful.
yeah.
Cause yeah,
That, because I know sometimes we go to the showcases, and big up to all the independent artists.
yes,
My this show is just to really just give everybody just advice, and to
yeah,
really just, and we're still learning ourselves,
yeah,
but just to be an independent
mm,
artist community and help each other. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And just make sure, biggest thing somebody told me. I remember I went to a showcase. My music wasn't mixed and mastered, and that was the first. And I never did that again. It's cool to record your stuff on the phone, but do not
it
get on
is,
stage if your stuff is recorded on the phone. You have to mix and master your stuff.
yeah,
Period. It has to be professional.
yeah,
That's it. Period.
yeah.
Like, I don't care if the SoundCloud, I don't care if the Spire was 100%. You have to go to the studio and get your songs mixed and mastered. You have
It's
to.
yeah. Like I think about that. Like it's nobody's gonna eat that if it looks terrible. It's that
Yeah.
it's like no, we saw what you was trying to do,
Yeah.
but I can't eat that.
And
You
when
know
you
what
get
I
in
mean?
front of, yeah, and when you
Because
get
you're
in front
like,
of those
ah,
executives, you know how they faces be when we go to the showcases. They be like,
because they've seen it all. They've seen it all, right? And so,
yeah,
yeah, at the end of the day, they're like, "Do you take yourself seriously? Because why would I?"
and they
And
be
that's
straight to it. I remember a DJ. I did one of my first shows, and we were doing an artist come up little performance, where they get all the artists together, talent artists, whatever. And the DJ was there, and he told me, you need to mix and master your music. That's all he said. And I knew I was going in there hard. Like, oh, he gonna love this. I shoot, he gonna love this. After I just sat there like this. And I said, I will never, ever in my life. And I took it as a learning lesson. I said, I will never get on another stage without
yeah,
myself being mixed and mastered and really take myself seriously.
yeah,
That was it for
yeah.
me.
Because and that's really the key. It's so hard because like when you're an independent artist, you're trying to do everything yourself, but that
Hmm.
that mixing element is non-negotiable. It's mandatory. It
Non-negotiable.
hurts and it hurts wallets, unfortunately, but
Oh, yes,
you
ma'am.
have to.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
have to.
It
Yeah.
does hurt wallets. But that when you take that vow and you marry that independent artist vow,
Yeah.
that's your money, your wallet,
Yeah.
your wallet.
That's everything. Like mixing and
Everything.
and now I'll listen to my demos even in the car, and I'll be like, "Oh, okay, I touch this up," da, 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 but it's nothing on that finished product.
Man,
No, it's a different song.
it's a different song. Amen,
Yeah,
sister. I'm with you on that. But
yeah.
girl, thank you so much for coming on the show. Oh my gosh. Y'all give
I
it up
had
to
a blast.
XiyA D.
This was one of my favorite interviews. Thank you so much. I had so much
Was it?
fun. Yeah,
I love
I
when
had a
people say that.
blast. No, you asked great questions. I was like, okay, I wasn't ready for that one. Okay, no, I had a blast. Thank
I'm
you.
so happy. Okay, so I need you to shout out all your socials where people can find your music. I need y'all to give you the rundown. I need y'all to run up the numbers with XiyA D. I'm telling y'all, if y'all have not listened to this girl, she is phenomenal.
Thank
Go ahead.
you. Oh my God. Okay. On social media is XiyA.content. So XIYA period content. On Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, everything. My music is on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, all of that. My distributor, goes all there. And then if you're looking for my artist name, it's XiyA D. XIYA space D. Let's get it.
Let's get it, XiyA D. Yes, I love it. Girl, I got nothing but love for you, girl. And anytime you got something going on, please come on the show. Just be like, hey, girl, I need to get this out here. Like, we working together,
You're
artist to
so sweet.
artist.
Thank
working toward
you.
the same goal. You got a community here, safe space, creating for artists. So I love you, girl. And thank you so much for coming on YFT Live. I will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Woo! All right. That was another episode of YFT Live. We just got on here with XiyA D, the one and only. I'm telling y'all, please go stream her music. It is, she left all of her stuff there on the end of the episode. You can rewind it back because we are on Facebook Live and on YouTube. I will be here again with another artist. Not this Sunday, but the following Sunday after that. And I just want to let you guys know that I love you. There's absolutely nothing y'all can do about it. Please, please, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Your Favorite Twyla, Facebook Live, Your Favorite Twyla, TikTok, Your Favorite Twyla, just everything your favorite. And I love y'all, and there's nothing y'all can do about it. And I will see you on another episode next time. I love y'all. Bye.